divvy up this pumpkin to make it a little bit easier for cooking. What we're going to do is roast it. So basically what we want to do is remove the core. We're going to scoop out the guts that we can, and then we're going to quarter it. We need to go ahead and get a nice serrated knife. I use these serrated utility knives. I also have a serrated chef knife. So you want to make sure that you're on a nice stable surface. You're not having any rocking around. You want to make sure that you're cutting on one side and your hands on the other. So we're going to go ahead and make an insertion cut. And you want to just go ahead and treat it like you're not actually making slices as much as you're just making incisions. All right, so you want to just go right around that core. With this harder pumpkin, you don't have to worry about dulling your knife so much. Now this is pretty much trash, that core, but let's go ahead and try and get the seeds off and into the water. Next, we're going to take it into quarters. Another good reason to have a serrated knife, because you're not dulling it, and it's also large enough to cut through there in one swoop. And you're just going to go in and you're going to scoop out what you can. And basically you're looking to get it down to where it looks like this flesh and none of that gut. But just know that that gut on the inside will not really give you too good of a flavor. So you want to try and make sure that you remove as much of that as possible. So we've got most of it done, and let's go ahead and wrap one up. The reason why we wrap it in aluminum foil is for a few different reasons. The first one is that it's going to steam itself, okay? So it's going to roast, but it's going to steam at the same time, so it actually gets a lot more concentration of flavor. You also get a better retention of nutrients. And the last part of it is that these pie pumpkins are high in sugar. And if you were just to put it out onto your baking sheet tray, you'd notice that you're going to have quite a mess to clean up afterwards. And that mess is coming from the sugars that are cooking and caramelizing onto the pan. So it could lead to a little bit of burning, but the big thing is that it's going to lead to a big mess at the end. So I have some aluminum foil all ready to go. You want to go ahead and just place it skin side down. Take a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, just a small drizzle, maybe just a teaspoon would do it. We're going to take some fresh cracked white pepper and some sea salt and sprinkle that on the inside. After that, you want to just make a little parcel, kind of like what you would do if you were going to put this onto the grill. The main thing is trying not to make sure that you puncture the aluminum foil. All right, and now this is ready to go onto a baking tray and into the oven. Now that we have the pumpkins wrapped up, ready to go into the oven, we need to place them in the oven. So what you want to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And depending on the pumpkin, you're going to want to let them go in there for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Obviously, if you have a larger pumpkin, you want to go a little bit longer. We have some small pie pumpkins, so we're going to estimate about 30 minutes. But we're going to check them, we're going to come back and basically give them a feel to see how done they are.